I Don't Get It podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. So Naz is off this week. She had a big birthday week. So we have our best friend of like 20 something years, Maura Gaudio, on the pod. She's been a guest before, but she's never been a guest host. So today we're going to go through some of her I Don't Get It's.
Hi guys. I was at a bachelorette and I lost my voice.
Oh, okay. So Maura just went to a bachelorette party, and it's very off-brand for you to go to a bachelorette party.
Well, it's I have to go to them.
I know you have to go.
See yourself out.
But like, okay, but it was a very like kind of classic bachelorette party, I guess. Like you went to a club. How was your?
Oh, well, it was in New York City, so that I felt like was not classic. Like I got to sleep at my apartment.
Oh, but you have to sleep at your apartment? So
well, all
it
the
wasn't
girls
like a multi, was it a multi-night event?
Three nights.
So you guys all got together 3 nights in a row?
And days and nights, Lauren. I'm so fatigued. My mom texted me this morning and she was like, hey, I'm going to give you a call. Can you talk? And I told her I can't talk until
it's like not week. Today.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing a whole podcast with us and not being able to talk to your mom.
It's very easy to talk to you guys.
Did you have fun at all? Like you screamed and lost your voice, so it must have been kind of fun.
Well,
what I screaming from like having to like talk over loud music. Ugh.
And like just having to like fill the content waves between.
You're very good at filling content waves.
Yeah, but I also have so much anxiety about there being awkward silence that I don't know how to not participate in filling the content. But I felt fatigued.
Yeah.
Like fatigued by talking.
At what age do we stop having bachelorette parties? I know we've complained about them and done I Don't Get It on them before because the amount of money it costs for your guests who are already spending a lot on the wedding and blah, blah. But like 3 whole nights or a bachelorette party once you're 30. I mean, I don't get it.
No one's having a good time all those 3 days. Impossible.
I don't know who listens to this, so I think I have to like reserve a little bit of
we're honest, regardless of who listens.
Okay, I got invited to a bachelorette in Scottsdale last year. I really don't want to talk about bachelorettes. Like they happen to be the worst subject matter, I think. They also they suck. But I got invited to one in Scottsdale, and the total dollar accrual by the end of the weekend was no exaggeration. You guys know I exaggerate, $5,000. And I was like, I can't. I don't even know you.
You personally had to spend $5,000.
Yeah. Like, and I'm like, this was like a fringe friend from high school who like, I honestly like had been in COVID for so long that I was like, I'll go to anything now. And let me tell you, that's the first time and last time that I'll go to anything ever again.
That is so much money. I was like, I think obviously, I don't know if we talked about this before. Ashley's bachelorette party was so good. It was just basically get on a bus and go to a concert and then thank you for coming.
I kind of feel that way. Like, I kind of feel like if you can't pay for all your friends to do something, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like mine is, there's no cost association.
I love it.
It's like you guys had to pay for flight and hotel.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Event and hotel.
Well, I stayed at your house.
So
I didn't have to pay.
Okay.
VIP at Ashley's.
Just kidding. I actually think I slept at Naz's. I can't remember. So many horrible trips to LA. In fact, I wrote a list of things I don't get. Actually, I didn't write the list. Alex created the note. Alex is my fiance, everyone. Mm-hmm. And he shared the note to me. And the only thing he put on it was that I don't get LA.
Wait, that's what he said or you? He created it for you? Okay.
But like about me.
But does he also not get LA?
Alex is from the Midwest. Like he just like everything is fine. Everything's okay. But like I really don't get LA.
But do you not get LA because you had bad boy experiences there? Take out boy experiences.
She just hates it because of boy experiences.
Take out boy experiences.
I think you guys are lying to yourselves.
No,
I think you're lying to yourself.
No, listen, I totally get like Malibu. Like, yeah, Malibu's really nice, but like also so is, you know, the Bahamas. But like,
well, that's like, I guess it's like Nashville for me. Okay. So I had one bad boy experience in Nashville. And then Jared was once really annoying in Nashville, not as somebody I was trying to be with, but as my fiance, because he was like, just like living it up with people I didn't know. And I was like having the worst time ever because he wouldn't go back to the hotel.
How
so
unlike
I think
him.
You do.
That's what I was going to say. Very unlike
him.
Nashville brought out a side of Jared you didn't like.
I love Jared.
Yes,
my favorite,
which was the only time I ever really saw him tipsy.
My favorite quality of Jared's is how much he hates LA.
Yeah.
It's so relatable. Like, I know everyone thinks I just hate LA because of Dylan, but like, obviously, yes, many traumatic experiences in LA, including like the literal plethora, thousands of women who are like gorgeous. And I just think it just doesn't work for me, people. Okay.
I get it.
But separately, I think I obviously live in a city where I walk all the time and I really value. And I just feel like LA is not a city, it's a sprawl. Like it's just so separated. Like I don't understand. You live in West Hollywood and you go to the beach 1 to 2 times a year.
I know. It's sad.
But I understand that
traffic limits that
everyone lives there because of the weather. Like, let's just say it. That's what it is.
I think it's usually for jobs.
Jobs and weather.
I mean, I live there for jobs.
Yeah, I guess it is jobs. I guess. But I guess everyone's always like New York versus LA. Like it's such a common topic. And I'm just like, there's nothing to compare here, people.
But is there any other city in this country that you just get out and you walk? I feel like New York's the only one where you actually walk. Okay, I've never been to Chicago. Is Chicago the only one?
Yeah, and it's like great there. Like it's too cold, obviously, but it's a fabulous city. Like in terms of a good city, it's a great one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't think of many other walkable cities.
Like, I don't know. Miami.
Miami might be a little walkable. San Francisco
Miami is pretty walkable. So great. Miami's an underrated city. It's actually
Miami is so over. Oh my God, I can't stand Miami.
Really? I feel like it's so like warm and
but like for us being not party people, it is the ultimate party city. It actually makes Vegas seem tame to me.
That's so interesting.
It makes Vegas seem like, oh, there's other things to do in Vegas than party. But in Miami, I think it's like all about like just hookups.
See, when I think of Miami, I think of like the good looking, great bodies situation more.
They stress me out more.
Yeah. I think culturally, I'm more into 100% Miami. Aesthetically, everything. Like it's so much more fun.
Yeah, but it's so much sexier there. Like it's so highly sexed that it scares me.
Intrigued. I mean, I would never live there.
Yeah.
Among many places I would not live, which is a constant stress point for me. But now I'm trying to move down the road from Ashley.
But again,
we're all moving to Rhode Island.
Okay,
hopefully not all of us.
Hold the phone for a second. Now I got to finish my statement on Miami. It's all about the experiences you have, because I had like multiple experiences where I had to go down for a job that involved like going to a club and there were drugs involved, and I hated that and I felt very uncomfortable. But I also had good times there too. So I think as I got older and like those things scared me less, I also like it wasn't so scary to be there.
I've always wanted to participate in doing the podcast ads because my favorite podcast does really funny ads. And Lauren sent this to me, and Truebill I've actually used.
Look at that.
Great. So does Jared and I. So do Jared
Alex and I were like paying for Paramount Plus for months. No clue. Couldn't even tell you. Well, now we have Paramount Plus for Star Trek, as I said earlier. Truebill was like, it actually helped us so much. We had all these little charges coming through that were like $7. Both of us paid for Spotify accounts. We had 3 Hulu accounts at one point because they were registered to like work emails, XYZ. Meanwhile, we're logged into Lauren's Hulu account.
you actually didn't
Literally.
even need any of your own.
Exactly. So thank God for Truebill, because we didn't know any of this until I downloaded Truebill because I was like, I've got to top of the year, New Year's, cut the fucking subscriptions. Downloaded Truebill. All of a sudden I'm like, what is this $7 charge? What is this $8 charge? XYZ. Before you know it, it's like hundreds of dollars in just subscriptions.
Yeah.
So anyways,
yeah. On average, Truebill saves people $720 a year.
Is
Crazy.
Yeah, it saves me more. A lot more than that for me.
So many people just forget to cancel their subscriptions, you know? And Truebill makes that really easy. You just link your accounts, then Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in just one tap. For me, the subscriptions are often like phone apps where I'll want a feature for something for for an Instagram post, and I'm only gonna use it once and I forget to cancel it. Anyway, don't fall for those subscription scams. You can start canceling today at truebill.com/getit. Go right now, truebill.com/getit. It can save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/getit. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. You're all moving to Rhode Island. That's so exciting.
We might.
Yeah, I mean,
are you,
Lauren? I mean, I would love to.
Are we boring everybody else about this? I
don't know.
So specific to us.
Oh, really? Okay, so every New Yorker's favorite topic of conversation. It's not I don't get it, but it's where are you going to move?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're obviously not going to sustain your life here forever. You know, you think you will, but then you realize
it's like not a matter. It's not like a question. Like if you're moving, it's where are you moving?
Yeah. And
that's so true. And you know what California does? In LA, it's where you're from, because you're never from LA.
I know, transplants.
Yeah. But people can be from New York, you know?
Yeah, yes, they can. Indeed. Like our neighbors below.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so yes, everybody talks about where you're going to end up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
We're going to get stressful off the location topic for a moment.
Fine.
All right. Do you have any I don't get it? And we did think that this podcast could be partially about wedding planning, since Maura is planning a wedding, and she planned a full wedding in 1 year, which is still like semi-pandemic-y, I guess, in maybe other countries. I don't know. So I think she could, and she's also an event planner. So she could also help us if you guys are planning a wedding and like where to go about it, first thing to do, prices, all this good stuff. So, so I don't know if you want to start with some wedding details. What was the first thing you did when planning a wedding, or if you want to jump into your I don't get it, so I can say this for the end.
No, I think weddings are a really good one. I think they bring people so much stress. Like they're really miserable for people. I am fortunate that this is what I do every single day for work, but not weddings. I don't plan weddings. But the first thing, which you probably won't stay inside of it, is to actually define a budget. Like, do not go start looking for venues, looking for X, Y, and Z until you say to yourself, this is the amount of money we have to do this. And then build yourself a spreadsheet.
Oh, a spreadsheet.
Include tax and tipping. These things that come up at the end that all of a sudden, like you're at your wedding, you've done this for, however long you've done it, 12 months, 2 years, whatever. And then you find out you have to like tip 20% and it's many thousands of dollars. I think that's like the nail in the coffin. And it's the last thing.
But who are you tipping? The wedding planner? And
like your wedding band.
Serving staff?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. You tip the wedding band?
Well, I think it's totally up to you who you want to tip, period. I mean,
now you're making me stress. Did I tip the band?
Wasn't your band? Oh, don't worry. Multiples. Your band got paid plenty. Wasn't it David whatever?
David Cook.
Well, we had David Cook. We had so many different musical acts.
Well, so you had the 3-string quartet. Wait, that's not a quartet. We had the kids that's a.
It was a quartet.
No, isn't quartet 4?
4. There was.
Oh,
4.
You had a quartet. Sorry. I said
3. And then we had the kid band during cocktail hour. Then we had David Cook. Then we had, the DJ. Jack, and then we had the band. So yes, we had.
Oh my God, I don't remember acts. You having a band.
That doesn't even include the church, which was Frank, Jared's friend. So technically 6 musical acts.
Well, guess what? Guess what my first topic I wrote down for I Don't Get It is?
What?
Wedding bands. And with wedding
versus
bands,
DJ?
Versus DJ. And people who don't care about their music at their wedding.
Well, that really doesn't make any sense, but it seems to be many people who don't care about the music at their wedding, because I don't know that I've ever been to a wedding where there was, besides ours, toot our own horn, where the music wasn't totally generic.
Yeah. Like if I hear Bruno Mars at my wedding, I'll walk out. I'll see myself back to the United States of America. I'd be pissed. Like
I love Bruno, but I don't need to hear another Bruno single for the rest of, I don't need to hear Uptown Funk You Up at one more wedding. That's what I'm saying.
Ever again, in fact, ever. Yeah. So that to me, like you spend so much on your wedding. And to me, the best part of the whole thing, like the thing I've looked forward to my entire life, the thing I care about the most is like that moment where you get to be with all your friends and hear the songs that you love and you've thought about your whole life being at your wedding. And then you
we always did, the three of us.
Yeah. And like, so maybe this is
play music in the car and be like, this is going to be played at my wedding. We used to do that all the time as like early 20 somethings.
But as you get older, you probably just stress out more, think about a million other things, and then finally it's like the band's like, what do you want us to play? And then you're just like, well, just make sure everyone has fun. And then they put on the generic playlist, and then everyone is, oh, I hate it. I hate watching people dance to bad music. It is my number one ick.
So why not have a DJ? That's my whole point, is like, I absolutely do not want to hear, this very, very shitty band's version of Fleetwood Mac. I don't want it. So let's just give the people what they want. These songs played and performed by the artists themselves. Am I wrong?
No, of course not. I mean, like I was, a little snotty, and we did it all because I liked the thought of the band, but I wanted the music of
the party
music. And then, I was able to, and I will say our band bent some strings for us. They learned a few songs for us, which is really sweet because they gave us a good list and we picked some songs from the list, but then I was like, these are the songs that I feel like would be amazing if we like had them actually performed. Anyway, but I understand that we were very blessed in that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you can do it all, this goes back to the budget. If you can do it all, it's good to do it all. But in my experience, Ashley, what you did at yours was like, you had pretty short set times for the bands. And so there was a lot of like after party dancing to a DJ, which to me is always when the wedding actually is fun. Mm-hmm. And so I just personally believe, and this is me, and I love bands and I love live music, but like, if I'm not booking Jason Isabel, I don't really want to hear so-and-so's version of Jason Isbell, or, I can't think of any other artists now that I agree. Said that.
No, I 100% agree. I know a lot of people listening is probably like, but I like the energy of the live band. Totally do what you will. I totally understand that. But personally, I think we all agree, like a DJ is just, you're going to get everything you want, except for maybe the quote energy, but that energy is going to come from listening to the songs that you actually know and like,
select,
whatever.
Yeah, it's just I want to hear Taylor Swift as Taylor Swift, not like an 11-piece jazz band.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I totally understand. If I had to choose one thing, I always thought that I would go with DJ.
And you were just so lucky.
I was just so lucky.
You were so lucky. You had a very talented everything.
I don't like drugs, but I like clean things.
That's true. You do like
the dad grass is the thing for you, Maura.
Well, CBD and THC, they're great. Like not THC, but the CBD is great for anxiety, And like, honestly, I've had like back injuries, all kinds of things. Use the THC. Awesome. Smokable hemp. Dad
and
grass.
you don't get too high. You don't get that anxiety high.
Exactly. It's brilliant.
Because dad grass makes it kind of feels like just having a glass of wine. Like you're having nice chill CBD. You light it up at the other night. Hunter lit one up the other day, and honestly, he looks so fucking cool smoking it. He looks so cool. If you want your guy to look cool as hell, smoke CBD and just like have him like ash. I don't know. It's so cute.
Like I didn't know, but it's 100% organic, and they're pre-rolls, which I think is really nice because I feel like with weed, it's a little bit like, where's your weed coming from? And in this case, it's your CBD and hemp, and 100% organic is like right in my lane.
Yeah, it's legal, organic, smokable hemp, and tinctures that relax.
Yeah, tinctures are the things that
that's like the drops.
You drop them. That's what I do. Like they're fabulous. I mean, drop them under your tongue, and then like honestly, Lisa gives her dog CBD. Like it gives her dog for anxiety CBD. Like it's the best. Really is.
It's chill out without getting stoned.
Yeah, but this is an interesting tidbit on Dadgrass. You can take it with you. It's TSA approved. You can take it on planes.
Oh, that's kind of nuts.
Yeah,
that's so
you can't smoke it on the plane, but
you can't smoke it. But if you had a tincture and you were feeling anxious on a plane, and you don't have a prescription to Xanax or whatever, you just take your little CBD tincture, put it under your tongue, and you're good to go.
So nice. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. So right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/getit. Go to dadgrass.com/getit for 20% off your first order. We all know Naz is obsessed with this shit. She also likes to look cool smoking a little bit of CBD. Again, that's dadgrass.com/getit.
I'm Googling it right now. I don't know if I'm on to say this, so I don't know. But I was like very sad at Lauren temporarily for losing my wedding DJ.
You could still use it.
First of all, Lauren, Jack's coming.
You mean Lauren dumping the wedding DJ?
Yeah, like fully was counting on him to be there.
I know he is honestly extremely talented in all facets. So shout out if you guys still need a DJ.
Great job.
Yeah,
he did a fabulous job.
To book a DJ. If you want to book Jack as your DJ, it's Jack Ford World on Instagram.
There you go. Check it out.
Honestly, great DJ, really easy to work with, understands taking song recommendations. You know how that can be sensitive.
Oh, very
funny. Can you play Avicii?
All right, so Maura had a good I don't get it, and that was the fact that she thinks that all of her friends who are going through a baby boom right now, she doesn't understand how moms, like, she thinks that they're cut off from the world. You want to explain that a little bit more?
Well, it didn't occur to me. So for context, Ashley had a child. My best friend from college had a child. Another best friend from college had a child. All within like
10 days. Not even. Yeah.
Like honestly, it was 5 days apart. They were like water was breaking every second. So intense. And they both, Ashley and my best friend from college, called me like last week, and they were like, "Do you want to see my baby?" Because I haven't called them. Like, I just thought they died. Like, I just assumed that the minute you have a kid, like, all that's happening is, like, the kid's crying, and you're constantly stressed and anxious, and you have no time to get on the phone, and you can't send a text message, and you're never watching TV again. And so when they called me, it occurred to me that I didn't realize that, like, people still exist once they have kids.
Yeah.
And they watch more TV than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know where I developed this belief from, but I guess I just assumed that like babies are crying always. And that if they're not crying, you're sleeping.
That's what I would personally be doing.
Yeah.
Lauren's like, I would personally be crying or sleeping.
Same.
Definitely.
But no, yes, during his awake hours, half of the awake hours is like fussing. Like on the verge of tears most of the time, but he is sleeping a lot. And then when the bottle's in his mouth, he's really content too. And when a pacifier is in his mouth, he's pretty content too. It's actually easier for me to FaceTime than it is to text. Like Lauren and Naz were going back and they had the longest text message chain about Jared Leto. Haven't gotten back to that yet because something is always in my hands, like the bottle or the baby. So most of my hands are not being able to be used, but like if I could just like pop up my computer on the FaceTime, that works.
Or also, you could simply voice text or, voice.
No.
That's
I know, but like even holding it.
Young of you, ma'am.
Like, what are you? Voice text? Not a fan unless I'm in the car.
Not a fan, Ashley. Not a fan.
It makes me feel very so awkward.
It's like, so isn't it what, I don't remember the generation. Is it X or Z?
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Z.
Are we X?
We're millennial.
Oh, okay. We didn't get a letter.
No.
Got it.
X, Y, Z. We actually are Gen Y. It's Gen Y.
Okay.
We got the nickname millennials, yeah.
Z loves the voice notes and memos.
Yeah.
When you say voice memo, do you mean like text to talk, or do you mean like you record
either
yourself?
One? Like I'll do
text talk.
If I have things to say that need expression, then I'll do voice talk, but then text to talk I'll do very rarely, honestly.
How do you even do text to talk?
Like I do it all the time. I was having I think I was drunk texting Lauren the other day. Actually, no, I don't think I was drunk. I think I was cold. Similar, like function was inhibited, but I just hit this, the little button, and then I talk and talk and talk and talk, and then I send, and it dictates it and it sends it to you.
And that's how Maura never makes sense over text.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I'm really confused. Okay. I didn't even know. How do you do the talk to text?
It's the best, Ashley. I do it for work all the time, because if I'm like walking and I have to send like an email or something.
You see the bottom right, if there's a little microphone on your text, just hit that.
Oh,
and then talk.
Do you have to describe what you guys are? And then like, Ashley, look, it'll start. See, it's typing out what I'm saying right now.
Oh, I always accidentally hit that, and then silly things get written.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You elderly woman.
Yeah. Okay.
I accidentally hit that, and silly things are written.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Lauren, that's bad. But also, you are that is so Gen Z, Lauren.
So Gen Z.
To do that thing. I feel so awkward hearing my voice on the other line. Like, I feel so awkward for the other person to have to hear me.
That's what Crystal says. I'll send the Crystal like all day, because I'm just like, she sends me like a million texts, and I'm like, okay, point 1, this is what I think. Point 2, this is what I think. And she'll never respond back with them. She's like, I just feel awkward.
I text back. I'm like, you're young and I'm old, so I will text.
Oh my gosh. Raven told me her entire birth story over like the voice memo, like her sending me voice recordings, which like I loved. I was like hanging on like every word. I was like, oh my God. But then I just had to text her back to like the most dramatic things. I just could not get myself to send a voice. I was like, oh, you and your sweet voice, her cute, beautiful voice, and then mine. Ugh, no.
Can I just say, I think this is very funny, but I was on the toilet this morning, scrolling on TikTok. I had
all day.
Okay. So I don't really drink coffee anymore, but this morning I woke up early. I felt really tired. So I did a half calf. I did a Amora half calf.
Love a half calf. So good if you have anxiety.
So I realized I had one too many sips of my half calf, and then I started to feel panicky. So I'm like, I got to shit, and my heart's racing on the toilet. And then this Miley Cyrus video pops up on TikTok. She's in the most amazing blue bodysuit. She's talking to her fans, the crowd. She's being the most epic Miley person in the entire world. And she's like just talking, and then she starts singing a random song. And I'm sitting here shaking on the toilet because I had one too many sips of coffee of my half
It's
calf.
all like mental, Lauren.
People
that is
are
so mental
not
for you.
equal, okay? The fact that she's just the coolest, heightened, talking to her fans, and I'm just sitting here like, oh God, I hope I don't have a panic attack. It's so crazy to me, and I just want to be Miley so bad. I just love her so much. She is just, I think she's so cool and talented in like herself that I don't even research her further because it makes me feel bad.
I have been trying to get my hair nice and long and thick for my wedding, basically so that Lauren can come in and bleach it and burn it and destroy it. My grays are coming in very thick, but also coming in thick is my hair.
Your natural, all your hair.
I've taken biotin, I've taken the sugar bear gummies, I've taken all the bullshit, anything that you could take for hair I've taken. And I actually started taking Nutrafol and it works.
And it's drug-free, which is right up Maura's alley. Maura does not like drugs of any capacity, as we have learned today. And she doesn't even like taking Advils very much. So Nutrafol is formulated.
That is a stretch.
That is a stretch. But Nutrafol is formulated with potent botanicals to help you grow hair as strong as you are. And it's physician formulated to be 100% drug-free, as I just said. So don't feel bad about having to take Nutrafol or wanting to try Nutrafol. 80 million men and women in the U.S. experience thinning hair, yet it's still not openly talked about, which can make going through it feel really scary and stressful and just adds to the problem. So Nutrafol, I talk about every day with my clients. I suggest almost everyone to try it. Give it 3 to 6 months to start seeing those new hair growth through your scalp and just seeing how thick those like nice new baby hairs are. And I really, really suggest this for anyone who is feeling kind of like, you know, they lost their hair due to COVID, the COVID hair loss, or any, they have packages for people who just had babies. They have men formula. They have a million different things that are specialized for anyone feeling like they have thin hair. So you can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and using the promo code GETIT to save $15 off your first month subscription. That is the best offer available anywhere. It's the only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus free shipping every order. Get $15 off Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com with a promo code GETIT for hair as strong as you are.
Do you like mourn the loss of her and Liam?
Yes, I do. That is the saddest story. I mean, to be married for 3 months or whatever it was, 6 months.
That's it?
Yeah, they were together after that whole long ass relationship. Yeah. They're married for like 3 months. There's like another celebrity couple that I feel like they were together for forever, and then they got married, and then they just broke up.
Ashley, you know who he's with now?
Ben and Angelina. He's with Angelina.
He's with
Maddie
Healy.
Why can't I remember his last name now?
Healy. Got
Healy.
You. Got your back.
Maddie Healy.
The lead singer of 1975's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Gabby.
Yeah.
Oh, does she have any talent? Like, is she famous
she's a model.
Okay.
But,
this is her, Ashley.
Oh. Maura is sharing our screen, which is also a very Gen Z thing that it just popped
She
up.
looks like Miley, you guys.
Oh my God, you're right.
Are you just noticing this? She looks just like her.
I am just noticing this. You guys want to know something crazy?
What?
One of the girls this is not that crazy. One of the girls that I was with this weekend at the Bachelorette, I never met her, but it's my friend's sister-in-law, or like, it's going to be her sister-in-law, whatever, you get it. She married a guy that I went to college with. Never met the girl. She shows up. This boy dated a friend of mine in college. They're identical twins.
So she's dating like the same person?
Yeah, well, like, when people have a type, they've got a type.
Oh, they got a type. And I just feel like you linger, like you look for a piece of every person you've ever dated and the person you are currently with. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that is
Maura doesn't think that's true. Maura just finds guys that look like her brothers.
What? My ex-boyfriend.
Maura's always dated Japanese. A guy that looks a little bit like. Yeah, actually, that's true.
I would like you to point out where, when, and who. And absolutely not. No.
The common denominator.
My brothers look like everyone who has brown hair.
That's true.
Like, it honestly, if a guy has brown hair, people will be like, that looks like your brother. And I'm like, absolutely. He does. Like, who's the guy from You? What's his name? He's like really like, he does not look like my brother.
There is something there, though.
Too nice. That is too nice to Steven.
It is too nice. It is, but at the same time, there is something, and I don't know what it is, that there's a little. I think it's more of like the voice. mannerisms.
No, definitely not.
Manner? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
can I, yeah. Can I say one thing that's random?
Mm-hmm.
Before this podcast, I pooped with a human on my lap. Like, I pooped with the baby on my lap. That's what my life is now.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
How long did you get to go for? I was on the toilet for 2 hours this morning.
What? Why?
I ordered Taco Bell because I was like, hungover. And what a mistake.
That didn't go well for you?
Awful.
Probably got all that beer out though.
I didn't drink any beer, Lauren. And also, I'll have you know, I had about maybe combined total over the course of 3 days, like 6 or 7 drinks. And I'm still hungover. And actually, that was my other, I don't get it, but I know you guys don't get this either, which is like, I literally don't understand partying once you found your person.
It didn't make any sense.
I just don't get it. So it's, to go back to the bachelorette thing, like, obviously, everyone's like, what are you doing for your bachelorette? And I'm like, we're going to like literally sit.
We're going to
like
sit
various
in bags of chips. Yeah.
Like, we'll sit like near a lake. We'll sit near a TV. We'll sit in a kitchen. We'll sit on a bed. We'll sit on a carpet. And then I'm like, I literally thought about it last night. I'm like, I'm not even sure like alcohol will be there. I suspect there will be bottles of wine, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not a partier. You guys obviously aren't. All the people I like love the most dear are not partiers in that way.
That's what, honestly, like, weddings have become less exciting as well. Like the grown-up party is a wedding. It's like, okay,
so you're not meeting anyone.
You're not meeting anyone. You're not strategically locking eyes with someone. It's like you're going to go through the motions of the wedding, and then you start dancing and getting drunk, and then it's like, well, I honestly probably would rather be in sweatpants right now.
Yeah.
Maura and I were exchanging texts the other day, and I lolled. I laughed.
Oh my God.
We were both like earlier in the day, we were like saying, oh my God, like, we missed
one day 20s. Prior.
It was early hours before.
Oh,
it was hours before. More text. She's like, I miss our early 20s. I miss like being wild, young, and free. All this stuff,
so much
things, so much. And the weather's getting warm. Like, you remember doing all these fun things.
Yeah.
And then literally, she texts me a couple hours later, and she goes, "I take back everything I said. I'm at this club, and I just want to go home." And then I text her, and I'm like,
literal bitch goes. Getting my head scratched watching Apple TV right now. And I'm literally in Bushwick, Brooklyn, at a rave club. And I was like, oh my God, I regret everything. Like, I'm so happy that I watched like Star Trek Picard.
I remember.
It's not going to get better. I was like, sorry, Ashley, continue.
No, it's okay. When we were watching Sex and the City and analyzing that, we were like, Miranda's just dumb right now. She's not realizing that this is what you strive for.
What does she do
when you're at the club?
She leaves him.
Yeah.
Got it.
I have so much love for our next product. Attitude sheets. They also have duvet covers. They are so freaking soft. It's insane. Every night we go to bed, I'm like, Jared, it's freaking soft. Can you believe how soft these are? They're made from bamboo fabric. These are actually the world's first clean bamboo fabric. It uses 500 times less water than cotton sheets. It's softer than silk. It truly, it's so, you have to like feel them to believe. And they're breathable, moisture wicking, which I can speak to because I'm still sweating the bed like crazy. And somehow, like when I touch the sheets, they still don't feel as wet as I feel like they should be, if that makes any sense. They're hypoallergenic and they keep you comfortable all night long. And they're just like very, very, I can just like keep going on and on, okay? They are so soft.
Oh my God, you really are going on and on. Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry. And they're responsibly sourced. And they are made in a closed loop system that recycles 90. You know what that is, Maura?
A closed loop hem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it recycles 98% of the water in the process of making them, which is freaking awesome.
It's actually pretty impressive. Like, textiles are like the most unsustainable things in the world. I've also been sweating a lot recently too.
But right now, if you guys want to try Ettitude, you can get 20% off your order plus free shipping when you go to ettitude.com/getit. That's spelled ETTITUDE.com/getit. This is Ettitude's best offer. Don't wait. It's for a limited time. Order today for free shipping and 20% off your order at ettitude.com/getit.
So, okay. I remember when I was single, it was like the whole reason to drink is just like to flirt when there's a guy that you like.
Mm-hmm. And it's boy, was it fun. Really... Like, don't get me wrong. The most.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, so much fun.
Not like really the once you get drunk part, but like it's really going out is fun. And it's not fun when you're with your person or like with a friend or two and you like have a few glasses of wine or a glass of wine. It's like the partying, which like, honestly, like I used to be like, Lauren, please come to the city so we can go to Paul's Baby Grand. Like I need to feel cool.
Yeah. And it's feeling cool and special. And then maybe like locking eyes. But yeah, as someone in a relationship, when you're like standing on a couch, like throwing your arms up in the air, I don't understand moving your body in such a way that, you know, makes it fun, you know?
No way. That's not fun to move my body. No. Talking is fun. Talking's
great. Yeah. Talking to hear
people. Fuck. What was I going to say, guys?
Wait, hold on. Going out and trying to find somebody you like is not fun. Going out when you know that the person that you like is going to be there. That's fun.
It's fun until it like gets like a little stressful. Like you've had too many upsets. Like it's really fun until you've been like ghosted 6 times in a row. And then you're like really honestly desolate. And you're like, oh, okay. Like I'll be alone, I guess.
Yeah. You lose a little momentum. Your roster's dwindling.
The craziest thing is like men and women, I don't know, whatever. I'm just trying to be agnostic to everyone, but I suspect this is really only like a straight white male thing or all males.
What is that?
They're like never out there seeking their partner, but like we're out there pining away, searching.
That's true. They're just looking for a good time with their boys first and foremost.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it's so sad. Like the dating apps these days, XYZ. And I'm like, honestly, like, I don't think a guy at a bar ever came up to me. Like not one time. Honestly, the fact that Alex and I met at a wedding, it's the only time someone's ever hit on me and we're getting married.
That is not fucking true.
But like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, they're just like,
wait a second.
Paying attention.
Maura totally has a point. Not that I was ever the person to go out and party or like go to bars or anything like that, but I don't think I ever got a date from anything like that.
Never.
Think, Lauren.
No.
Lauren, did I ever go on a date from anyone that I just met out?
No, but I haven't like either. I used to meet guys out all the time. I never went on a date.
I went on like one date, I remember. And do you guys remember he was a serial killer? Don't you remember that? That guy that I met who went to maybe Harvard. Wait, you guys. Harvard?
I don't remember.
Is it in Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was, the first thing he said to me was like, I played soccer in Cambridge. And I was like, oh, we're doing this game. You went to Harvard, sir? Like, just you can.
Is it Cambridge in England, or am I dumb as shit?
Cambridge,
There's
Mass.
a Cambridge,
Mass.
Oh, okay.
It's like the Harvard MIT way of being like, I went to Harvard. You know, It's like he had to say it was the first thing he said. And then I remember I went on a few dates with him.
I remember him vividly,
and he was fully like,
he like pull out a dildo or something weird, a vibrator.
No, he used a vibrator or like pulled one out, and I was like.
You're like, no, thank you. I don't want whatever juices are on that.
Yeah.
He brought a vibrator for you?
No, Ashley. I went home to his apartment in Tribeca, which was at the time.
Had a vibrator that he thought that he would share with lots of ladies.
Yes, Ashley. And I was like, I'll see myself out. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Ew.
But
wow.
But then I, you know, like a dumbass, went on another date with him. And, you know, it came to the part of making out and potentially canoodling. And he was having challenges.
Sex canoodling, by the way.
Only on podcasts with many people. And so he, what happened? So, you know, it got to the getting busy time, and like, he then couldn't get hard, which I feel really bad for people who experience this. Cause particularly for men, I feel like it's like a lot about anxiety and exercise. Yeah. I think it's really sad. But he couldn't get hard, and he like was mean. Like he was so mean. And I remember I texted you, and I looked at him and I was like, I think you need to get out. Like I honestly thought he was going to punch me. It was so
he
scary.
Got mean because he couldn't get hard.
Yeah. Like he was mad, you know, and it was like serial killer vibes. And I was like, you got to get the fuck out of my apartment and don't ever fucking talk to me again. And mind you, this guy is now married to a Revolve model. So, you know,
oh God.
It turned out.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why a guy would be angry, but like, he's just redirecting his anger towards the person that's, you know,
it was
doesn't deserve it.
Crazy. I'm giving it a Google.
Okay, good.
Anyways,
share the screen. But going back to like, yeah, everything is easier and more comfortable, and like you don't have to go searching and all this. The one thing though is that music isn't as good as we've discussed before.
Oh, you know? Yeah. The music, saddest,
just like we listen to podcasts now. It's just so sad.
Ashley, do you have like, I don't know, does Jared, are we allowed to talk about this? Do you have the one who got away? Or like not an actual the one who got away, but like you just like you wouldn't have minded if the door could have closed.
Definitely not a one that got away, but there are probably some people that I could have had like more fun with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I only have one.
I didn't take like everything so like seriously and romantically. Like I could have had more fun with probably a few.
That's true.
I feel like we all did that.
Yeah.
Like, too serious.
That's true. But then sometimes I look back and I think, for you, Ashley?
No. For Maura, who does she think of? You just whisper it.
Like no one's gonna hear.
Whisper into the mic, Maura.
Just mouth it.
Just George.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. Attractive one.
Okay.
You know.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships take work, especially the most important one you can have in your life, your relationship with yourself. A lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat other people well, but how often do we give ourselves the same treatment? So this month, you can give yourself good treatment. BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you that you matter as much as everyone else does, and therapy is a great way for you to show up for yourself.
I cannot stress enough how amazing BetterHelp is. For two facts here, you can video chat, you can message, you can journal, you can call, and this is a crazy affordable therapy session, and you can have unlimited sessions with your therapist. And if you don't like your therapist, or you know something comes up,
you don't jive with them. Shopping for therapists is like shopping for your fucking husband. You need to try them out so they can switch you with a different therapist whenever you want. And they're always going to be there for you to be in contact with, to text or whatever. And it's just so affordable. If you've been nervous because things are like so expensive to start therapy, start out with BetterHelp.
You're convincing me live.
Yeah.
I literally, my therapist jumped her prices after COVID. And I'm like, woman, you all realize we went through COVID, right?
Yeah, I know. It's like not the time, but
sign me up. BetterHelp.
Laura has done like multiple sessions a week because it's so affordable.
Yeah,
that's amazing, especially for me with my OCD.
Oh yeah, to have someone
and it's
always
peaking,
on call.
It's coming. So, anyways,
Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and I Don't Get It listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/getit. That's BETTERHELP.com/getit. Woo! BetterHelp. It's amazing what I actually like. I look back and I'm like, how did I actually stay so calm and cool? Like when they weren't texting me back,
so cool.
So cool. Like,
I know.
Why was I so okay with things?
But sometimes I look back on texts and I literally so many regrets looking at my own
You
texts.
look back at texts now?
No, an ever-present ghost once upon a time popped up recently. And I, did a little light scroll because it's kind of funny to see how many like texts.
A light scroll where I typed his name into.
Yeah.
No. Ashley. The person who you most suspect would have texted me. And I decided to scroll because there's just countless texts.
You
and
guys
messages
don't see, but there are like hundreds of unresponded texts.
Holy
like Laura did not respond.
fuckeroni.
Hundreds.
So many.
But I scrolled, to keep kind of like patting myself on the back. But then I found texts that I sent and I was like, oh, awful.
Wait, I'm just going to clarify a little bit better for our listeners. There's a guy who she dated who just continuously reaches out no matter if she responds or not, or knows she's engaged or not. So he just sends these texts all the time. So there's a whole bunch of unresponsive.
Like, why don't you block him? And the answer is such that we share a lot.
Curious.
I don't know. I probably could, but we share a lot of mutual friends, and this person has a complicated relationship with drugs. And I for many years was like, I don't know, like, is he going to die? So anyways, but I probably could just do the block now. But I think at this point, it's just a nice pat on the back, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we all can admit to just, he still thinks of me. He still thinks of me.
Yeah,
so
and he's
I
hot.
understand.
He's hot. So like, it's a nice pat on the back.
So what did you say? Any embarrassing texts that you found, or?
Oh my God. Should I find some?
Yeah.
I want to die thinking about doing this myself.
Yeah.
The elaborate things that Laura and I would come up with for me to text, the Mr. Big, I guess he was big, Jared and I always fight about this. We don't always fight about it. It's a conflict.
Mm-hmm. It's a point of contention.
If I were to go back and just read the crazy shit that we came up with, Lauren, and like, you were supposed to be a mogul at this. You were supposed to be the ultimate, but they're so cringe.
A mogul. Hilarious.
A text mogul.
I was a text mogul, but sometimes people are very fucking persistent in wanting to deliver pizzas to their significant other's homes. Okay. So
what are you talking about?
I just wanted to bring pizza over his house one night.
Oh my gosh.
I want to die. He did respond to it though, Lauren.
Oh, could you imagine receiving a text from a guy and then being like, I want to bring over a pizza to your house. It's the best pizza in the entire world.
I would want to kill that man. I would think he was so gross. Guys don't think that's gross though.
No.
Guys don't think that's gross. And he probably had 20 other ladies texting him the same thing on a Friday night. I'd like to bring over a pizza. And they probably do it without like clothes on. And not really. Is where we got all things wrong.
UI Canettis have always had elaborate gifting plans.
It's like our mom really was told that if you bring a gift or food to a man, there's no way he's not married.
Lauren, when I we rekindled our flame in elementary school,
you guys are legit.
Lauren was buying a robe, a bathrobe for a man. And her mom had condoned it, and he was old. And I was like,
wait a second. We have to talk about this for a second because said man had the robe about a decade later when Lawrence tried to see if there's anything left there. This man
for sure still wears that robe to this day.
Yeah.
And he's like, love of my life, Lauren. She gave me this robe.
Was literally 12 years old. How old were you? 16, 17,
I was 16 18? Or 17.
And she was at the mall and I bumped into her and I'm like, what are you doing at the mall? And she's Like, I'm buying a robe. Like, my mom said it's a good idea to get a gift. And I was like, what?
Mom didn't let Lauren go over empty-handed. She'd like bring over like a dozen Dunkin' Donuts.
I never empty-handed. Like chicken breast.
Your mom used to send me to my boyfriend's houses with gifts. And I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm happy to bring them coffee and other provisions. I swear your mom was also one of the reasons I bought Scabbers.
Okay, Scabbers is a hamster that Maura bought her ex-boyfriend as a gift. For some
Maura was demented, okay? We were at the pet store. She thought it'd be, quote, funny to buy
him a baby shark.
Baby shark. Because you can get baby shark fish. And I thought it was such a cute little idea for this football player, like a shark. No, actually, a shark is not a lot of work.
Yeah, it is to clean the tank.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think it through. I didn't grow up with fish. You guys did.
Laura, we grew up with fish because you bought a fish for a guy and you couldn't take care of it.
I did not. No. First of all, the fish that you guys took care of after was not my fish. It was my ex-boyfriend from college's fish who cheated on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't look at this fish. Like, you've got to have the fish.
Yeah.
And
you mean that fish which the tank you didn't clean?
I'm going back. We have to clarify like 40 things for our listeners, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Mom wouldn't let us go empty-handed anywhere. Gifts for all, okay? So, of course, Maura wanted to get a gift for this guy she was seeing.
Under Audrey's guidance.
Under Audrey's guidance. So she went to go get a baby shark for this guy.
My mom never suggested a fish or a baby shark. Okay, my mom suggested probably slippers. Okay,
probably a candle and slippers.
Slippers is such a good call. That's so her.
Smart, and she wanted the shark,
but there was no shark.
There was no shark. No shit.
So then she was like, you know what? Second best, a hamster. She brings the hamster over.
You guys, I didn't know that hamster.
My mom knew that hamster was going to end up being hers.
Yeah,
she knew it. She saw it, and she was like, "Maura, fuck you."
Yeah, but she loved that fucking hamster.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, he was a football player, and as you can imagine, this was actually one of Ashley's schemes. That Lauren and I ended up dating people on the team really just for Ashley.
And you guys got some great guys out of it, okay?
Yeah. We really took one for the team. I basically dated a fucking model for the NFL.
Well,
and Maura dated the funniest man alive.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't a model though. Let's be clear. And I
no, but if they had a reality show, it would have been amazing.
He was a very sweet gentleman and is honestly like a really lovely person. But
did you know he's still in the NFL?
Yeah, I know. Doesn't he play for like the 49? He's like a very accomplished football player.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We won't reveal him, but
he did marry the girl that he dated. So I mean, I feel happy.
So that's vindication.
Yeah, it is nice. And it was his college sweetheart, which I just think is like so cute. But anyways, the hamsters, they go on the wheel all night long. So he returned the hamster and then the hamster was then promptly returned to Audrey to take care of. And
we named him
Henry Scabbers Clay.
And he's buried in our backyard and he has a little angel above him right now.
Yeah. She would like buy him. She bought him like that Cinderella wheel to go on. Remember? Yeah. Anyways, very cute.
He had a very elaborate cage. He went from like a small cage to a medium cage to like the king of cages.
Tubes galore.
Well, it was a happy mistake that I made.
Yeah.
Misguided.
So anyway, there's this one really funny text, and I'm sorry. This could be like this was maybe the ramble from hell for these listeners.
Is this the ramble from hell?
I'm trying to keep it on the rails here by having some continuity.
Hold on. I just want to tell them about the text message from mom and dad. Okay. So one time we were looking at mom's phone and we found the funniest text between her and dad.
What was it?
So the hamster, Henry Scabbers Clay, he had the biggest balls. And my mom texted my dad one day and she goes, I figured out why the hamster's balls are so big. And he's like, why? And she goes, they get big when he's hot after being on the wheel.
Yeah.
And we just laughed our butts off.
It was very funny because his balls get enormous when we woke up because he was on the wheel all night working out.
We've had a lot of funny stories with your mom.
So many.
Okay,
wait. Going back in time, the guy that texts you incessantly more, did you find any cringe-worthy texts for our listeners to laugh at, aka Ashley and I?
Ugh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm scared to look at some of my shit.
Look how long they are.
Yeah. Those are
Novellas. I go, oof. These are like when I was in the hospital. I don't even know. I don't think I can do this.
Okay, no, it's fine. No, guys.
But honestly, the really gross ones. Okay, so the truth of the matter was he hit me up on GChat. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he hit my ovaries and they burst.
Oh, well, that did happen. You guys should do that, a Sex on the ER podcast.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that idea.
Love that. Well, actually, you guys, you should be on the TLC show, Maura.
Oh, yeah, we should have our own special.
There's not a shit ton of mystery. She had sex with the guy and a cyst on her ovary burst.
And I got sent to the ER.
So she spent Lauren spent her birthday in the hospital bed with Maura, which is very sweet.
She was like, such a good boyfriend. She was like combing my hair, taking care of me. Meanwhile, the guy who sent me to the ER, by the way, who is this person who still contacts me, literally did not ever send a note to me. What's crazy though, is when I look back, when I just did this scroll, I never told him when I was in the hospital. I just wanted him to know things,
Maura.
I just thought he was going to figure things out because he just cared so much.
Oh my God. He turns into a mind reader because he loves you so much.
I just apparently when I was 26 and younger, I thought all men could read minds and that they were just supposed to know to text you and to say things and tell you they love you. They don't read minds.
Yeah. You need to express yourself like you're in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, after that,
so what's that cringe text? Let's read that cringe text. Is it cringy to all or just to you?
Okay. Well, here's a very cringy one. He called me 6 times. I remember this. I was was one of my last trips to LA and then it was really done. And he was he kept calling me. I was with dinner with Lauren and Naz. I was with you guys. And I just texted him. I said, are you in love with me? Are you calling me so much?
What did he say? Yes.
He goes, I was. Are you in love with me? Despite all the hate, I still love hearing your voice. Miss you, human. Then Maura, another text, Maura. And then, it goes on from there.
Yeah,
but just.
Do you love me?
Yeah. Just.
Are you in love with me?
Obsessed with me? I'm saying
this to clarify, they were not in love with each other. It wasn't an I love you relationship. That's why it's funny that she said you in love with me.
I would never dare look back on any of my texts. I can't
do it.
Emotionally cannot do that to myself.
No, I can't do that. That would be, I would want to kill myself. You know how Lauren says that she stays up at night and in the middle of the night, she'll have these thoughts about the embarrassing things she used to do. I've never done that.
I've almost worked through a lot of them.
Sure.
I think about the things that Lauren used to do often.
For example?
I'm kidding.
What?
No, but when I think back, I'm ooh, I really wish I'd done a lot of things differently. No, I was kidding about Lauren, but I do feel I probably am not kidding.
I do think about Lauren, the time that Lauren and I think about this always. So when Lauren was in her druggy phase, guys.
I think about this all the time.
She swore to us that she was not on the drugs anymore, or in Lauren's terms, she was I'm only on Xanax now.
Did I say that? That's not fucking
that
good.
Feels so
no, you used to think that Xanax was not a drug at all.
That is worse than anything, honestly.
Just Xanax.
No, you guys, Lizzie, my core memories of Lauren's first drug experience, which has entered my body as one of my only memories I have from that year. was when Ashley and I were like screaming and crying in the Hamptons, being like, Lauren's a drug addict. It was her first
It only
day
took
of
1
college.
week
First
to
day
become
of
a drug
college.
addict.
Yeah. And Lizzie looks at us and was like, you guys, it's just Coke. It's like smoking a cigarette. Like, Lizzie.
Yeah. Yes. She had to defend Lauren, to the end of the world. But also, I feel like in college, she experienced more of that than you did.
Well, yeah,
you also like weren't in college
at that point. You guys never seen it, but I'm sure she's like seen it.
No, I was in high school, and Lizzie, Lizzie, like looking back in hindsight, like Lizzie was honestly just being regular, but we thought she was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
A cigarette to Coke.
Yeah,
I had never seen cocaine before Lauren had that moment, but that's not the moment that I think of. The moment that I think of is when Lauren was, quote, only on Xanax anymore, and she definitely did coke in that bathroom at that club, and then she looked at us at 3 in the morning.
We could say it at the same time.
Okay,
I'm not.
Wait.
I feel like this has been said many times.
We were going home. It was 3 a.m. And then we're like, Lauren, you're coming home with us. You're coming home with us. And she looked at us dead in the face and said, Maura,
I'm not satisfied yet. And we were like, oh. It's
basically
like 6 a.m.
Basically, what I
satisfied with
the satisfaction. Okay, if I already did
back
the
in
drugs,
the day,
I don't think I did coke in the bathroom. I think that's why I wasn't satisfied.
I think you did Xanax with Jackie.
No, I didn't do Xanax like out in the club or like that. I don't. Definitely not. But anyway, and I think because I didn't meet a hot guy. Like I wasn't
that is
with.
what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I do also like to laugh at your expense because you're the only person I've ever known who like had a drug addiction who gained weight.
Got fat. Yeah. Got fat. I was a fatty.
She'd order tuna melts like after doing coke. It's like
iconic. At 6 a.m.
Literally iconic. How should she be a coke addict? She's eating tuna melts.
I was a coke addict that was fat with yellow hair. It was a terrible time.
And red lipstick.
You were
and bangs. Lauren, you got bangs. We should have known that there was a problem.
I know.
I'm really happy though you went through that period though, because I feel like I got so much of my foundational like partying out during that period of your life.
You also like, I hope you should like really spread the word, Lauren. That, I don't know. Disclaimer, Lauren regrets all these times.
Yes.
I don't know.
I was going to say something that was like profound-ish, but I can't remember it right now.
Yeah, I don't want people to get mad at me for laughing at your drug face. It's because it was so bad. It's like a defense thing for me. You know what I mean? Like it was like the worst time ever, and I was crying all the nights.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, it's kind of funny to see how absolutely sloppy you are and how far
I'm just such a fucking sloth now. I could never imagine.
I think
doing
it's
anything.
It's like a hero story, honestly. Like,
really.
You're the only, like, honestly, it's like you came out of it on like the fucking other side.
Yeah.
In a big way. But it was really like not fun. But we loved you.
Where were we before the drug story, though? Because
we were in text messages, bad ones.
Was it bad texts?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Just reading your own text back, like, ugh.
There were some texts that I was going to bring up that I can't remember now.
Trying to be the cool girl in text. When you read it back, not so cool.
Not so cool.
Not cool at all. Like
that's the problem. That's the thing.
Yeah. You're like trying to be all coded and be like, you know, I'm so cool. I can't say anything at all about anything. Yeah. And you're like, secretly, you're just like, I just want to know if you like me, sir. Can you just tell me? And then you never find out because you never say anything because you're trying too hard to be cool.
It's so true. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I think I almost got it back. It was a gift. It was a gift that I gave that was also very bad.
Oh God. I'm bracing.
Oh my God. It was a gift.
Lauren.
I remember mom gave me a fucking candle to give when I went over to like,
I
don't even know what
was it like a red candle?
It was like an orange autumn, of course, candle, because everything good happens in autumn. It was like, so I just remember leaving in the car because I thought it was so dumb.
Everything dramatic and traumatic happens in autumn.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. My baby needs me to clean his pacifier. 1 second.
Oh, go clean his pacifier. So I left my autumn candle in the car, and then I eventually was like, realized, oh, it'd be a good idea. And I ran out to the car and gave it to his mom. And then
wait a second, no way.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh shoot, I have something for you.
We're talking about?
What?
Is this who I think we're talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
You mean like your mid-20s, right?
Yeah.
Who is it?
No, that's oh, that's such a sad face. That's such a sad face.
Ew, you gave it to his mom?
I gave it to his mom. He lived with his mom. I gave it to his mom.
I didn't even know you ever met them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she met them. She had like breakfast with them.
I thought you were too lowbrow.
That's what I thought.
Oh, she was. That's what we still think to this day. Is
too lowbrow.
I am so lowbrow. I'm just trash. Okay, yeah. So anyways, really cringy gift moments. Thanks again, Mom. All right. More rattle off. I don't get it.
Wait. I'm sorry, Lauren. I have to go back to the candle just one more time.
Okay, go back to the candle.
Why did you get a candle? Like, why that? Why a candle? Why that?
Ashley, Mom said go to Yankee Candle and get a nice candle.
What a throwback.
Was it for his parents more so that you could be less lowbrow?
It wasn't for me.
It
wasn't for him. It was for his parents. Like, thank you for having me over. Here's a candle.
And I bet they were like, she got us a Yankee Candle. That trash.
They thought I was trash.
Lauren, stop that.
I should have never given them the candle. And
that
then
makes you want to cry. Okay, that's so sweet.
I know.
Yes. Wait for the fucking punchline. Like a week later, he goes, I ended up taking the candle in my room because my mom hates candles.
What a dick.
She doesn't
remember this.
She doesn't like fragrance that is in the house or something. So then he lit it, and I think he just dipped his like weed in it, like ash in it or something.
How exhausting.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Yeah. And I was like, I should have left that motherfucker in the car. It was scarring.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I would have really loved that apple scented autumn.
Everyone would love an apple scented candle.
Only like a real monster
doesn't like that.
Would A, not like it, but B, ever tell their child they didn't like it, and then C, that child would be literally have no social cues enough to tell you that. Like,
yeah,
what?
That's weird.
Why would he tell you? Why would he tell you?
I think maybe I saw it in his room this next time I went up there.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe, I don't know. I don't want him to have.
Then how did you know about the scent and the mom and the scents?
And then he said, my mom doesn't like scents or candles. She's not a candle person.
Oh, wow. Well, that's weird.
I was like, what? Mom's not a candle person. Okay. Anyway.
I think that's sweet. And I don't even find that story cringy anymore now that I know it was to his mom.
Honestly, the mom is a monster. She should have just put the candle away. That's just not right. Like, okay. How mean. A lot of people don't like scents. That's fine. Like, I've heard people have children, and then when they have their children, their like nose changes, you know, like they get really sensitive to smells.
Yeah.
But like, why hurt someone? Just put the candle away. Also,
it's so funny, like that no one would remember that, obviously, but me. Like, no fucking
way. I think everyone would remember that. That's traumatizing.
Okay. Right, you listed
still around.
You listed I don't get it before coming on the podcast, but we don't really have time for them. If you could just rattle them off.
Okay, I don't get it.
We got time. We got a couple of minutes. Lauren's going to a movie.
I got movie tickets, and I'm gonna eat dinner while watch a movie.
That's great. Okay, just real quick, Mara.
I don't get LA. With LA,
circle.
I don't get Austin. I don't get drinking and going out. I don't understand. Wait, I'm just repeating the ones I already said?
No, just do the ones we haven't hit yet.
Oh, people who don't wear socks. People don't like
fucking
socks.
Don't get them.
Monster.
Yeah.
Horrible. Shorts. Don't get shorts.
Yeah.
They make no sense. Why would you ever want your legs out?
They just don't make sense, those shorts.
I don't get why you don't like Harry Potter. I don't get it.
I like Harry Potter, but
You only like Harry Potter because you like me.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, disgraceful. I don't get Revolve. The clothing.
I could get
company.
behind the Revolve thing. Yeah.
Like,
I think they have fine options. I feel like people are lazy to go out and look for a different website other than Revolve because it's all in like one place. But I hate their models. And I don't know if I've said this yet, but their models are sticks and the dress is never going to look like that on any normal person.
I just think like my crux with Revolve is that like everything I've ever seen or had come from there or known anyone to wear from there is like actually garbage. Like it's literally the cheapest quality stuff ever, but it's like not that cheap. Nothing's
not cheap at all.
Not cheap at all.
No, so I don't get it. Like, how do they get away selling like $350 dresses that are actually garbage?
I don't
like. At least Nasty Gal back in the day, like the price point was like $70. You knew it was garbage, but you were like, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is just glorified garbage, expensive garbage.
It's glorified garbage. People just assume it's good because of the price. Yeah.
I suspect they have like a few brands on here that are good, but like the vast majority of things are just such bad quality. I just don't get it.
I think their shoes are cool. I like their accumulation of shoes, but
I don't think I've ever looked at their shoes. But anyways, I just feel like when you're spending that much money, like you should get really nice things from it.
I agree.
Agree.
So I really don't get Revolve. I think it's a scheme, and I think it's sad that like all these.
She was going to say it's a Ponzi scheme. She was about to say Ponzi scheme.
It is a Ponzi scheme.
It's like a pyramid scheme among like all the former Bachelor
influencer scheme. It's an influencer
scheme. So true.
Like it's like propped up by the Bachelor franchise, though.
There's no way we're getting Revolve partnerships.
I actually think that there was definitely a season episode. There's definitely an episode where Revolve was part of it.
Yes, you're so right. Recently. They did do that. They shopped.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't remember
that.
They did.
Actually. It was like during recent season. Anyway, continue. What else is on your list? Anything else?
I don't understand people who don't have a top sheet.
What's a top?
I don't understand that either.
Like a fitted sheet and a top sheet. Like I think it's disgusting that your comforter would just be on your bed and then
okay.
Gross.
But you know the reason to that? That is because people use a duvet that they wash the duvet instead of washing a sheet.
Ma'am, I got a top sheet and a duvet. Let me tell you, you can wash them both.
I prefer the top sheet. We grew up with lots of sheets, top, bottom, all kinds of sheets, and no duvets. All the sheets.
I don't get no top sheet. I think it's insane that you wouldn't want your toes tucked in. But
yeah.
Do you guys use these Attitude sheets?
We use Attitude sheets. We are comfy, cozy, and tucked in, snug as above with a top and bottom sheet.
I like them.
They also have duvets. And
they have like lingerie.
My goodness. Wait, they do?
Or they have silky sleep sets, which is cute.
Also code, just so you get it now, is attitude.com/get-it if you guys want a top sheet and make Maura happy.
I would actually use that code right now because I'm due for some new towels. And
perfect.
They got towels too?
How much? Yeah, they've got towels. They have loungewear, which like for all these people going to bachelorettes, they have some cute little things you can give to your friends for their weddings.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, well, guys, just seriously, if any of this stuff is as comfy as their sheets, I would recommend buying everything on their website then. They're incredible. And wait, Lauren, the code is what?
You just do /get-it. So attitude.com/get-it.
How much do you get off?
20% off your order.
Oh,
wow. That's a good deal.
20%.
TTITUDE. Okay. Attitude.com/get-it.
I have a little thing also that is an I don't get, which is that I don't really get king size beds. I really like sleeping next to Alex.
Whoa, that is so weird, Maura.
I know.
No, I get that. I'm getting these snaps because, so currently I'm in our guest room where our so sad. Currently I'm in our guest room where our old queen size bed lives now. And it looks so small now compared to the king bed. But every time I'm in the kit, and I'm like, Jared, I don't know how the two of us lived in this for so many years. But then when I'm in the king bed, I'm like, Jared, I miss you over there. I miss
yeah,
and like putting my head on your chest and touching your skin. He
I
loves
miss
not having to touch me.
Yeah, Alex loves the king bed. Desperate to get a king bed. He's
you
like,
get to be so much colder. You're far away from the warm body.
I like being next to the body that I love.
Me too. Same. I'm with
Okay,
Ashley.
we're gonna end on that and how things really fucking change. But I like my king bed.
The body that we love.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to this ramble.
I thought it was very funny.
Too rambly. I thought it was funny too.
I love all you guys.
Follow Maura.
I love you. Bye.
Shut up.
All right, bye.
Follow Maura.
Okay,
I'm a Revolve influencer.
Yeah. Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.